So yeah, man, I'm gonna give a big shout out to your main man, Henry, man. Henry, gotta give a big shout out to him because he's now taking over the managerial job of Monaco. Now, I was worried because the Aston Villa job would have been a bit dodgy for him to take because I don't really know whether that is really the right job to take as your first role. Like, I think as your first role, I think you really want to have some quality around it, and I think you really want it a top tier club. So it all started for him at Monaco. That's what his first club. So I think that was like a major thing in him wanting to join them. And it isn't the Monaco that we saw from before because I think jardim did the best that he could. But again, there's only so much you can do when all of literally the core of your team is ripped from you. There's only so much you can do. How well will Henry do? I'm not sure. I want Henry to do well. If you're a football fan that isn't tribal, you love Henry because the guy brought joy to playing football. And I think it's just one of those things of where, like, you know, whenever you have these guys who are amazing players, the key thing about it is that they have to surround themselves by really good people. So the key thing is who his coaching staff will be, because Henry can say things to players that those coaches wouldn't do, because he can give people little tidbits, little pointers that can change someone's entire game. But as far as those other things, like, you know, the blueprints, the structure, the overall things, and those little nooks and crannies that come with experience, that comes from his assistant coach, that comes from his defensive coach, attacking coach, and so forth, because he has to defer to these guys. So the key to his success will be the people that he gets to work with him upon his coaching staff. He's not expected to topple PSG. That's pretty much impossible. But I think if he can try and get Monaco to be competitive again and just try and look scouts, because I mean, that was how harsh football is. Okay, let's say he scouts and finds like 4 really good quality players, and they do really well this season, either in the Champions League or Liga, especially in the Champions League. The same thing that happened to Mbappe, Bernardo Silva, Fabinho, and so forth, and Memendi will happen to those new players. So, you know, it's a pretty screwed up situation. So I think that I have no idea how well he'll do. I mean, but as I said again, it's the coaching staff that he surrounds himself with. But remember, I don't, you know, you should really look at what has happened before, but there is a pattern of great players haven't really made great coaches, you know. And Maradona is one of those primary examples. Van Basten, he didn't do really too well as a coach. But then there have been other ones who've done really well, like Johan Cruyff and so forth. Zidane. So yeah, man, look, man, it's exciting to see Henry as a manager. It just shows you how old I'm now getting. And yeah, I mean, let's just see how well he can do it. I think from Monaco, it'll be very exciting seeing one of their young own who went into amazing things coming back to the club. But yeah, man, tell me your thoughts. How well do you think he will do? And do you think this was the right move for him to take?